This is the Badland XLR 12,000 pound 12 volt winch that is sold at Harbor Freight. I just recently picked this up, and I'm just going to give you a little review over it and how it performs. When you get it out of the box, it's going to come with the winch itself, this front roller assembly, and a wired remote. Any other type of mounting hardware, brackets or anything, you're going to have to buy separately. Now I got it mounted to this receiver hitch mount that I bought at Harbor Freight also, so I can take it on and off and use it on multiple things. I can use it on my truck, my tractor, or my trailer. So far it seems like it's built pretty good for the price. I don't think you can beat it, because other size winches like this from like Warren or something, you're looking at spending over $1,000 for. The first upgrade I would do if I got one of these, and what I did is I picked up this wireless remote from Harbor Freight. It's the Badland wireless remote. It ain't but about, I think it's around $40. Comes with the remote and the control receiver. It plugs in to the side of this control box where the wired remote would, and then you can use the remote, like say you're inside the truck and you're needing to steer it while you're winching it. You can have the remote in there with you. It makes it a little bit easier than trying to run a remote wire out the window to the winch. Also, another upgrade that I'm thinking about doing later on is figuring out another way to mount this control box. It has this roller in here that helps keep the cable tight when it's winching in. The only problem is if it starts building up a little too thick in one area. Say you're having to pull from the side, which you're supposed to pull straight with the winch, but in some cases you may have to pull it from an angle a little bit, and that cable starts building up on one side or the other. That roller comes up and it hits this box, and the way it mounts onto these bars on top of the winch, it'll pop it loose from it. So I'm still trying to think of a way I could better mount that to where it's got a little more clearance for that roller. All the hardware and everything on it seems like it's pretty good quality. Your free spool lever right here, it moves pretty easy. It feels like it's tight and works good. The only thing is, if you're trying to free spool it and pull it out by hand, if this cable gets kind of bunched up in one spot, sometimes it's kind of hard to pull. If it does that, then I'll put it back in the engage mode, and I'll hit the remote out a little bit to get this moving a little bit to where I can pull it back free, then move it back to free spool, and I can keep on pulling it out. When I first got it, the cables running to the winch, they had eyelets on the end of the cables where you would just screw them down to a terminal on a battery. One of the things I did was I put these quick connect connectors on the winch and to everything I'll be connecting it to. That way, if I move it from the truck to the tractor or to the trailer, I can just unplug it from the truck and move it. These are pretty cheap on Amazon, and they're pretty easy to install too. I got a quick connect on the truck and on the tractor, and I also have a deep cell battery to use on a trailer that I also have these quick connects on. I have this front mount receiver hitch on the front of my 1995 Ford F-250 to where I can just slide this receiver hitch mount on and off the truck when I'm not using it. Here's a closer look at that receiver hitch mount for the winch. And up under here, there's my receiver hitch for the front of the truck. And with this setup, you can see it's tucked under there pretty good. It's not any lower than the cradle of the engine, so I shouldn't have any problems with clearance or anything. I have a quick connect mounted here on the back of my tractor. That way I can put the winch in on this 3-point hitch receiver and use it on the tractor. And then I have a receiver hitch welded onto the front of my trailer. That way if I'm out bush hogging somewhere and my tractor breaks down or something, or I need to pull firewood up on the trailer, I can pull whatever I need to up onto this trailer. And I also have a quick connect on this deep cell battery, so I can just plug it up to this battery and use it. Now we're going to test it out and see how it'll pull. I got this tow strap hooked to a tree. I'm going to be pulling the truck up with the winch from this tow strap, and where I'm going to be pulling the truck from is slightly uphill, going uphill to this, so that way there's some pressure against the winch. I've got the winch connected to the tow strap, and I threw a blanket over the cable just in case anything pops loose. That'll help dampen it to where the cable don't come flying back through the windshield. And the setup I got is with my 1995 Ford F-250. It has the 7.3 liter Power Stroke diesel in it, and I have my 16-foot trailer behind it. I've been across the scales with this setup, with me sitting in the truck and the trailer empty. Weighs 8,500 pounds, so we're going to test that out. So you could hear the winch working, but it had no problems pulling that up. So we're going to try one more thing. I'm going to load my old Ford tractor up on the trailer, and then we're going to pull it again. With this tractor on the trailer, that should bring up the weight to about right around 12,000 pounds. So let's give that a try. Now let's give that a try. So we just learned two things. This winch will pull 12,000 pounds. And this tree will pull 12,000 pounds. But I know this isn't stuck in mud and all that, but this just gives a little demonstration of how it does work. Now that I'm done using it, now I can take it off and store it. So far I'm liking this winch. It's been working pretty good for me for what I've been using it for. Now I'm just using it for occasional use. I don't use a winch every day. If you're in the line of work where you're going to be using a winch every day, you may want to invest in a higher quality unit like a Warren or something that's going to be a little more heavy duty, a little better quality. But if you just need one for occasional use, this may be the right one for you. You'll have to judge your situation and what you're going to be using one for to see which one will be right for you. If you're in the market for a winch and you're considering getting this Badland winch from Harbor Freight, I hope this video and the contents in it gives you a little insight on it, on helping you make your decision. Now I've got an older Harbor Freight winch, a little small 2,000 pound one. It's not a Badland brand or nothing, but it came from Harbor Freight. I've had it for several years. Right now it's mounted onto the front of my four-wheeler, and I haven't had any issues with it. It's not something I use all the time. It's just occasional use, and I've had no problems with it yet. So not everything, some things from Harbor Freight is made pretty cheap. Some things are a little better quality. And I think that this winch, for the price, is pretty good quality. It's, for the price, you're not going to get something that's going to cost $1,500, $2,000. You're not going to get that kind of quality in it, but for the price, you can catch these on sale for under $300. So that's something to think about if you're looking for one. I have a buddy that's had this same winch for a few years now. It's the same Badland 12,000 pound winch, and he's used it a pretty good bit over the past few years, car trailers, moving firewood and stuff, and he hasn't had any problems with his yet. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to go with this. I'll be using it on occasion, not every day, but when I do need to use it, I want it to work. And so far he hasn't had any problems with it. So that experience that he had with it also led to me buying this. Now, I would buy the extended warranty on it. That way, if something goes wrong with it, you can swap it out. 9 times out of 10, when you get something from Harbor Freight and it does go bad, like electronic like that, probably within a year is when you're going to really have problems with it. Now, you buy one, you get 4, 5, 6, 7 years out of it, you're way past the warranty, but you also have to look at it for the money you spend on it. You got your money's worth out of it. You could buy a worn from somewhere for over $1,000, and it may do the same thing. But then again, it's better quality. It's going to hold up better if you're using it a lot. So maybe this video's got some information in it that'll help you make a decision. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.